Students, the continuation concept today we are going to see is electric field intensity due to circular sheet of charge. Okay, you consider a circular ring. Now this is XOY plane and this is the Z representation. The point P is located at a distance of h meters on the Z axis. So it is defined by 0, 0, h. But we are assuming the circular system to be a cylindrical ordinate system. So it is rho, phi, z. Rho, it is lying in YOZ plane. So it is x value 0. So or rho value 0. So it is 0, phi, h. Next we will come to the charge. It has infinite number of charges, surfaces on its surface. I am considering dq to be defined in the cylindrical ordinate system again, rho, phi, z, but the charge is purely lying in XOY plane, making the z component equal to 0. So dq of rho, phi, 0. These two are the main constraints in our derivation. So I have written very clearly the circular disc is placed in z equal to 0 plane, XOY plane. That is why it is defined by rho, phi, 0. And a point P is located on the z-axis as 0, 0, h, and because of the cylindrical ordinate system, point P is 0, phi, h. Now our first step is to identify AR vector. The AR vector is defined between the point P and the charge dq. By definition, point P and dq 0, phi, h, rho, phi, 0. So AR vector is defined by R vector by mod of R vector or R vector divided by R. We know how to find out R vector difference between these two values, 0 minus rho. So it is minus rho, A rho vector, phi minus phi 0, h minus 0, h, AZ vector divided by root of magnitude of this is minus rho square. So rho square plus h square. This is the first step. After identifying this value, we are going for the general equation of dE. We know by definition the electric field intensity is equal to dq divided by 4 pi epsilon of r square of AR vector. In the place of dq, I am going to replace the surface charge density. So it is sigma coulomb per meter square. So sigma of ds divided by 4 pi epsilon r square of AR vector. Now E becomes equal to, upon integrating both sides, this is surface integration, so double integral sigma of ds AR vector divided by 4 pi epsilon r square. As I have told you, the derivation is provided in cylindrical ordinate system. I know the surface element is defined by rho d phi, or ds is nothing but equal to rho d phi along AZ directions. We know the line elements are d rho d phi, dz. From that only we are calculating this surface element of the cylindrical ordinate system. Now I will go back to the equation. E becomes equal to double integral sigma. I am substituting ds value rho d phi of AZ vector divided by 4 pi epsilon r. In the previous derivation itself we have seen rho square plus h square. AR vector we have calculated, that I have substituted. Now very clearly you can look on to this equation. It is a dot product of AZ in terms of A rho, AZ in terms of AZ. Dot product of like vectors is equal to 1. So only AZ component exists, A rho component becomes equal to 0. So this A rho component can be made equal to 0. We are left out with the rest of the equation as this is power 1, this is half. I made it to be power 3 by 2. After this mere mathematical simplification, sigma is a constant, h is a constant I have taken out, 4 by epsilon, integral, the radius of the circular disc is assumed to be 0 to a, and phi has a limit of 0 to 2 pi in cylindrical ordinate system, you would have learnt already. So it is rho d phi divided by rho square plus h square power 3 by 2. Now it is sigma h divided by 4 pi epsilon of integral d phi 0 to 2 pi I have taken out, integral rho d divided by rho square plus h square power 3 by 2. So to solve this using mathematical relation, This equation can be solved only using mathematical relation. This is very simple. It is equal to 5. So 2 pi, I cancel out the like terms. This equation has to be solved in mathematical integration method. A very simple known method. So let us assume rho square plus h square equal to t. Differentiate both sides. 2 rho d rho becomes equal to dt. Rho of d rho becomes equal to dt by 2. So substitute the limits. When rho equal to 0, what is t equal to? H square. When rho equal to a, t becomes equal to a square plus h square. Now I'll go back to the previous equation. Sigma h divided by 2 epsilon integral. It becomes what? dt divided by 2 into t power 3 by 2. So when I take this up, 2 is taken out, t power minus 3 by 2. So upon integration, t power minus 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by minus 3 by 2 plus 1. Limits I have substituted h square and a square plus h square. Sigma h by 4 epsilon. This simplification again, t power minus half divided by minus half. Same limits I have substituted. This minus half I have written as minus 2 by 1 here. And 1 by t power minus half I have written as 1 by root of t. T power half is root t minus, so 1 by root t. Same limits. Again take out, have this minus as such. Substitute the upper limit and the lower limit. So it is again to modify this minus sign into plus sign. It is 1 by root of h square minus 1 by root of a square plus h square. Next step, I have written sigma h by 2 epsilon. 1 by root of h square has become plus. The other term is minus. In this also, root h square is h. So h and h will be, I multiplied h inside. So h and h will be cancelled. Second term will be h divided by this value. When we are considering the infinite charge condition at an infinite point, the second term h becomes negligible. A becomes a and h as it is a negligible representation. Second term is assumed to be totally negligible for the infinite condition. So this becomes 0 and the final equation for E due to a circular disk is defined by sigma by 2 epsilon. This is a repeated analysis of electric field intensity due to a uniformly charged sheet or a circular sheet. Both are one and the same. So the analysis can be defined either in terms of a uniformly charged sheet or it can be defined in terms of a circular disk. Also the sigma can be replaced by rho s. It makes no difference. Like lambda replaced by rho l in the previous derivation, you can replace sigma by rho s. So E equal to rho s divided by 2 epsilon. Thank you.